right? And the main thing is like I don't know any Venezuelan that's like, yeah, I definitely want Maduro to be my president. Woohoo! Like, all right, so let's move on to the Hill. Former Venezuelan opposition candidate Edmundo Gonzalez flees to Spain. All right, former opposition presidential candidate Edmundo Gonzalez fled to Venezuela for asylum in Spain this weekend, less than a week after a local judge ordered his arrest. His departure is a negotiated deal with Nicolas Maduro's government, the Associated Press reported, and was announced by Venezuelan authorities Saturday night. Gonzalez is recognized by the United States and other foreign countries to be the rightful winner of the presidential election held on July 28th, even though Maduro was declared the winner. Gonzalez arrived in Spain on Sunday with his wife and Spanish officials, the AP reported, and delivered a statement to his supporters shortly after. Quote, my departure from Caracas was surrounded by acts of pressure, coercion, and threats. I trust that we will soon continue our fight to achieve our freedom and the restoration of Venezuela's democracy. All right, so I'm going to stop there and say, if anybody ever asks you that, you know, that these type of dictatorships or things don't exist, just point them to this article right here. They exist. They exist all over the world. It's just nobody really talks about it.
Well, because I feel like most people who don't really like pull things apart and do their research, they're waiting for somebody to come out and be like, I am a dictator. Like for them to believe it. It's like, no, they use things like president or leader. They use these words, but their actions speak louder than those words. And when you win these elections, it's not 4 years like America, it's 6 years.
Yep.
So it's even longer that you would have to deal with somebody being inserted. And, they had a turnout of like millions in the opposition primary polling, and large political rallies suggested that that the voters were planning on voting Maduro out, so they had that in their head for a while, and they were probably making plans to say, well, whatever happens, we're not leaving.
Right. And the main thing is like I don't know any Venezuelan that's like, yeah, I definitely want Maduro to be my president. Woohoo! Like I don't see that anywhere. I don't see it online. I don't see it, with any of the refugees coming over into the country, any of the immigrants. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying any good things about this man. So
Yeah.
how in the world are you saying that, you know, your entire country, which is malnourished, which is, it's up in shambles. You've got military members like literally quitting and joining the people. Like that's typically when S hits the fan.
Yep.
When your own military starts to coup against you, white out in the open. Yeah, I do not believe that this guy won. There's no way. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. And then, I was reading, and it said like for years opposition politicians boycotted elections that they saw was rigged. So this is not new there, where they feel like, they've been disenfranchised as voters. But this right here was like, because everything was getting so bad. I mean, again, we're talking 6 years, right? This is not a short period of time. So over that time, the destruction of that country it's and they came out probably in droves. I mean, like they said, they turn out of millions in opposition primaries and
right.
polling. So, people were like, we got to come together and get this guy out of here. But, when you're in power that long, you're able, and especially if you're in a country where, it leaves room for corruption so easily, a lot more than other countries, you're going to have that time to put things in place to get, the, police. I don't know if that's the case, but you're, people that can enforce laws and push back and do nefarious things on the back end. You have time to put that in place. I doubt he thought that he was going to win just outright. He must have known, that he needed to have things in place. Maduro did.
I don't know. It's something seems eerily similar to something else.
Just a little
I'm not
bit.
going to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's kind of familiar, getting deja vu vibes.
Tell me about it.